how do you compete against a cash buyer when you have a loan? You may have a conventional loan, FHA, VA, and it may sound impossible to actually be competitive against a cash buyer. We've all heard the stories of cash buyers are moving into the area and buying up all the real estate. Well, I have some tips and tricks for you of how you can write a compelling offer that can actually compete with those cash buyers, even when you have a loan. Step one is price. You can't be stingy on price. So depending on how long the home's been on the market, if you know it's new to the market and there are other offers coming in, then you need to talk with your agent about a strategic price to go in at and utilize an escalation clause in certain situations. That means that you'll increase the price by set increments up to a cap. Next is your inspection period. Without giving too much away and still keeping your right to back out of the property and even negotiate on repairs, there's a few things you can do to be a little more competitive. Instead of a typical 10 business day inspection period, you could shorten that. We can get that inspection done faster. Probably the two biggest reasons sellers prefer cash offers is because of there not being an appraisal and that they can close faster. So to mitigate that, if you have a loan, then you need to order the appraisal quickly and you need to be very communicative with the lender to have a solid closing date and ensure you can meet the closing date. That's why working with a recommended local lender is so critical. We leverage those relationships to have the lender reach out directly to the seller's agent to advocate for you, to share how qualified you are, to share that we're definitely going to meet our closing date. Here's when we anticipate the appraisal coming back. Last night, I wrote an offer for a buyer with a VA loan, and we didn't know if we were competing against a cash buyer, but I do think it was likely. So to cover that appraisal issue, we said that we would order it within 2 business days, and our buyer offered to bring in an additional $10,000 if the appraisal did not meet value. Now remember, a cash buyer, there's no appraisal happening. So the seller has a worry. Well, what if it doesn't appraise? Then I'll be potentially out money. So in our offer, the buyer is saying, just in case it doesn't appraise, I will cover that difference up to a certain amount. That's another way in the contract that we can compete directly with cash buyers. Another tip is to find out if the seller needs extra time in the house after closing. So that's called possession time, and you can offer a certain amount of possession time at no cost to the seller. You want to show that you are easy to work with. You want to make the sale and the closing and the move out all very seamless. And we're going to work together to make sure it's a win-win for all parties. Whether you have a VA, FHA, or conventional loan, we advocate for our clients. We put together compelling, strong offers that meet your needs, that don't stretch you too far. Make sure you feel secure and confident in your offer, and also win in a competitive offer situation.